Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense. There you go. Now say it.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the lost art of common sense. And this week, we are hopefully going to be joined by a special guest, Jim Oberweis. He's running for the 19th District of Congress in Florida. So we will see if he joins us or not. Hopefully he's just delayed a little bit. But other than that, we got some happenings of the week we can talk about and see where things go from there. Let's just go to what's happening, boys. And as always, we are brought to you by our merch shop. So buy our shit.
Buy it.
So we're going into happenings of the week.
Yes, until Jim Oberweis.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? What is happening?
What is happening, Kevin?
What's happening, Kevin?
What is happening? The first thing I want to talk about was the Rhode Island trans dad that kills his wife and child at a hockey game.
It kind of looks like a woman to me.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of women you're dating, but
the strong, burly type.
The old strong, burly type. But so that was tragic, and that's the second time a trans shooter has happened in 2 weeks. So let me ask you guys this: is there a correlation between trans people and violence? I'm not saying everyone, but is there a higher correlation per amount of trans people and violence?
I don't know if it's necessarily trans people. I think it's just mentally ill people, which might correlate with that. But yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess just mentally ill, or I don't know. I don't know if you can specifically put it to trans, but yeah.
I'm going to 100% say yes, there is a correlation. And it probably has something to do with anybody who's willing to start taking hormones and jacking with their body. That probably has something to do with it.
It's got to have something. I mean, it can't be good for your brain chemistry to have a bunch of hormones injected that aren't natural.
Meant for your body.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge track record showing that there is. I mean, it just keeps getting bigger every year.
Yeah. I mean, there has been, I think, almost, what is it, like 14 or 15 since 2000 mass shootings from trans people. So it is trans or non-binary, just not normal people, I guess. Would be the...
Well, and I would say that if a lot of some of these people are obviously having some type of, personal identity crisis, and that's why they fall into this. And then if they are taking hormones, you add that to it, and it just creates a recipe for potential violence. I'm not saying all of them, I mean, obviously, but there's a trend going, and it doesn't seem to get reported a lot, and might need to look into that, which I'm not exactly sure if you're injecting estrogen into a male body, what that does. I mean, I know if someone overdoes it on testosterone, the unused testosterone actually converts to estrogen. That's why certain guys that juice have side effects like milking.
Yep.
Or the leaky nip. I think that's a scientific.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
That's a scientific word for it. Gross.
It's gross.
Oh, I see you're suffering from gross.
Yeah, just gross.
Just grossness.
Yeah, your body's doing gross ass things, so stop doing what you're doing to it. Yeah, I heard this guy also has having problems with, I think it was like court battles with his wife, I think custody and stuff like that. So there's a whole lot of things happening with this guy, and I wonder why he picked a hockey game, like because he knew she was going to be there. I mean, it seems like he
killed his ex-wife and adult son, and then shot a bunch of other people up.
Yeah.
So
I just don't get it. I mean, I don't listen. I guess it's still horrible that you kill your wife and your adult son, but I mean, to take out innocent people just because whatever.
Well, that might not be the trans thing might have led to the personal crisis that he was in.
I think
but that might be a domestic violence thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that one might not be linked. I mean, obviously this person is touched, but that might not actually be like a hormonal causing mental.
It could be though. It could be what made him snap.
Yeah, but I mean, you just listed off a bunch of stuff he's going through, and
yeah,
I don't know if you watch any ID, but generally,
I don't even know if he was on any.
I watch Criminal Minds. They're called stressors.
Well, yeah.
So maybe he hit the stressor that, I don't know. It's a sad deal. Obviously, you guys talked about the one in Canada last week, which was also pretty sad. So
that was super sad, and I went off on that one a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully things cool down. I mean, obviously you don't want one of these a week, so
no.
Hopefully people can stop being dipshits, violent, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So
well, here's just some tidbits on that case. It said they got divorced in 2020 after they moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and under the grounds for divorce, the wife wrote gender reassignment surgery, narcissistic, and personality disorder traits. And then they crossed that off and wrote I can't even pronounce that word. Irreconcilable differences, which caused the irremediable breakdown of the marriage. Basically, the dude was fucking crazy and narcissistic and thought he was a chick. So that ended the marriage.
The funny thing is, there's a good reason to divorce. I guess that would all be good reasons. So,
well, in a lot of the pictures and stuff, like he was a pretty macho lady. Like the only thing that
worked at a shipping yard,
implants, but like he's like, yeah, let's pop open some Pabst Blue Ribbon, chase it with some Schlitz.
Touch my titty.
You want to touch it?
Slits and tits. That's what we like here.
I mean, it's like the weird thing is it seemed like he was like half-ass committed to it, but not.
Yeah,
very weird.
Oh, they're saying he might have had Nazi tattoos too.
No, definitely not going to.
Also a problem.
Yeah. Said he had a tattoo that appears to resemble the Death's Head skull used as a logo by the 3rd SS Panzer Division in Nazi Germany, flanked by lightning bolts that look like the letters SS.
Oh, yeah, the common... oh, no, those are lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to work with a guy like that. Oh, those are just lightning bolts.
Those are just lightning bolts that look exactly like the Nazi SS symbol. Whatever. What? Big Harry Potter fans. So we put 2 lightning bolts.
Yeah. I like Harry Potter twice.
What up, Jared?
What up, Jared?
What up,
Water boy? Oh, that's a personal attack on me, I feel.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a personal attack on you.
It's
ouch.
Yeah.
I can't consider myself more of a pool man, lake builder. So you don't even know, Matt, or do you?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know Jack.
I may or may not have flooded the job site accidentally.
Yeah. That was good. So
yeah, good. It tends to happen.
Yeah. Old domestic water lines, I guess, crack.
They do.
And pump out hundreds of thousands of gallons of water.
You just didn't want to work tomorrow, did you?
He doesn't work on Fridays anyways.
I work in the office on Fridays anyways. So.
That's true.
He works on the show on Fridays. Don't let him lie.
Well, a little bit of both. But
a little bit
of
both.
But it was an accident. I didn't strike the actual utility. It just old pipe, soil compression, But man, we had just got done talking about it in our safety briefing too. It's like, all right, so here's the end of your excavation boundary, and then there's a pipe like 8 feet this way. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, hey bro, you know that thing we just talked about? You might need to get on the radio.
So I just wanted to see if it really was 8 feet away.
Turns out you were right, and it didn't matter. Like, even though it was an accident, it wasn't my fault. I still felt very disappointed in myself. Even though I'm not sure how I would have prevented it, but yeah, I was very disappointed in myself.
So, do you have the video for this next one? You have a video.
Oh, are you talking about? What is it again?
The Muslims and dogs.
Do you know that having dogs in your home without any valid reason causes you to lose huge amounts of rewards daily, and also keeps angels away from your home? Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warns us about this in an authentic hadith, saying, whoever keeps a dog, except for herding, hunting, or farming, will have 2 qirats of good deeds deducted every day. And it is said that a qirat is equivalent to a huge mountain. So if you're losing 2 qirats, that means you're losing 2 mountains daily. And it gets worse. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also said that no angel will enter a home with a dog inside. Imagine your home where you pray, make dua, and seek blessings. Angels stay away from because of a dog. Islam teaches us to be kind to animals, but also follow guidance. So if you or anybody that you know owns a dog without any valid reason, think twice. Share this so others can learn.
I read tweets throughout the week, and I couldn't figure out where they were from.
Yeah.
Is that video playing again for you guys?
No.
It is over here, so that's really weird.
Scroll up to main feed.
I did.
Yeah, it's not playing for anyone but you.
Weird.
Yeah, it's also weird because you keep talking early.
Yeah, because the video's ending.
Did that fix it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're back to you. Yeah, back to us.
No,
so I don't know what the hell's going
on. I am
the
lost art of common sense.
But I kept seeing tweets about this, so I got a couple questions. One, what's a valid and invalid reason to own a dog?
She explained it.
Work.
Oh, yeah, work. That's right.
So that's that question.
Working dog.
But so this was one of the funny ones. Congressman Randy Fine, he wrote,
I read that one.
If they force us to choose, the choice between dogs and Muslims is not a difficult one. I was like, Jesus. Then AOC was like, this is genuinely one of the most disgusting statements I've ever seen issued by an American official. It should not stop. You should not stop shocking us that the Republican Party openly embraces this. Fine should be censored and stripped to committees. To ignore this is to accept and normalize it. But I mean, I don't completely disagree.
Well,
I mean, I love dogs, so
no, like that's they have this bad tendency to always there's certain times where she could have phrased it different or just not said anything, because dogs are beloved animals to probably billions of people.
Except for Indian people. They don't like dogs. They hate dogs.
Well, it's probably because there's a lot of them. But like, I don't know. I don't even know why she came out and said the video, even if that's true. Like,
yeah.
Is it they said that because they thought they were going to get a lot of positive feedback on it? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
None of that makes any sense whatsoever. Is she talking about hellhounds or something? You can only have hellhounds as shepherd dogs.
I think that was just like supernatural, wasn't it?
But the whole reason why there's any other type of dog other than a wolf is because of humans.
Yeah, they've been domesticated forever.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are working dogs. I mean, yeah, there are.
Yeah, there's like sheep dogs and herding dogs.
I just wouldn't have gone on the internet and said all this. Like, you're losing like 2 mountains a day. Okay.
I don't need any mountains.
How many do you start with?
That's what I wonder. Is there an infinite amount or is there a certain amount? And what do you go back to? Like, how many days can I? Like, 1 mountain's good enough for me. So, can I have a dog until I only have 1 mountain left?
Or maybe you have negative.
Oh, it's got to be.
I'm not a picky person. You know, I'm not very selfish. So 1 mountain's good enough for me.
Well, and the funny thing is, and why I don't think I would mention it, is because there is a ton of anti-Christian rhetoric coming from her side of the aisle, might not necessarily be Democrats, but the left, and like not have no problem whatsoever just talking crap about Christianity. And then they come out, oh no, blah blah. I'm like, okay, but again, you can say whatever you want about Christianity, but someone can't say who's a Christian or whatever. I would rather have a dog.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm writing an email real quick.
I already wrote an email.
Back?
I don't know. Did they respond?
Yeah.
I did not write an email.
Okay.
Matt, talk about Muslims and dogs.
I read an email. Muslims and dogs. Yeah, dogs are cool. Cats are not. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know. I thought it was stupid. That was a stupid video. Dogs are awesome.
I don't even own dogs, but
yeah, but I still like dogs.
I got 2.
like
so
them.
am I going to lose 4 mountains a day?
Dude,
I lose 4 mountains a day.
Yeah.
You have no mountains.
I don't know how many, man, if
mountains.
there's only 100 mountains, you're done. You're giving away mountains. You got to like dig holes. That's
no mountains.
I got to turn into Shia LaBeouf and dig some holes.
It's just going to be like the guys who were
in Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that guy he headbutted somebody or something.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He was an idiot. I saw videos of him. He was on the ground after he got his butt kicked for starting a fight with people he had no business of starting a fight with. He was on the ground, and then he tried taking someone down. This guy was like 7 feet tall, or 6'8" at least, and tries taking him down, and the guy just starts wailing him, just trying to get him to stay down. It's like, you're already beat up. Just stay down until the cops come. You're good.
Yeah.
And he kept wanting to fight. And then the next day, after he gets out of jail, he goes out, starts drinking again.
Well, you got to rally, buddy. You got to rally. That's what the good drinkers do.
The funny thing, speaking about weird actors, I watched, I think he's over cynical and a little out of touch with like what actually entertains people, but I do watch a lot of critical drinker stuff, especially the crash and burn videos. And he did one on the guy who played Flash. That dude was weird.
Oh, Ezra Miller or whatever.
Yeah, like the
the movie
DC.
Flash. Yeah.
Like that dude was touched.
He's messed up.
Like in all sorts of ways, and I guess fame just drove him crazy. But watching that,
Disney wanted nothing to do with him.
I think he was
they're like, crap, you're in Harry Potter. We have to have you do something. So get out of here.
Yeah, I think they just tried to get rid of. I mean, they got rid of Johnny Depp, so because they get rid of him.
Yeah, and he won't even come back for 1 million emus, or like 1 billion, something like that. I bet he would.
I think he is coming back. I heard he said he's coming back.
People say stuff until they're like, "Hey, we couldn't wrangle up 1 million emus, but we'll pay you $50 million to do a movie."
Who's coming back for 1 million emus?
Johnny Depp said he wouldn't.
Johnny Depp's. He said he wouldn't come back.
The amount of emus.
I don't know. Apparently, that's what he's into.
Johnny Depp, and he likes emus.
But 1 million of them, no one could possibly take care of 1 million.
I wouldn't come back for 1 million emus, mostly because I couldn't afford to feed them.
Yeah, could you imagine how much that would cost? The land you would have to have. You'd have to buy
become sentient. And
you'd have to buy like Australia and just let them roam.
Maybe that's what they would offer them.
Here's Australia.
Here's kangaroos for free.
Here's an island off Australia. There you go.
Oh, you need Australia. 1 million emus is a lot of emus, man. They're not a small animal.
No.
So, man.
They're basically like ostriches, aren't they?
Kind of.
Give or take.
Yeah, they're a large bird.
Yeah. And they can be mean.
I think.
Yeah, it's like the commercial with the emu.
Yeah, emu. Or whatever.
Emu. That's a weird looking bird, yeah.
What do they
Australia's largest native bird.
I don't know if they're the nicer version of an ostrich. I don't know.
I don't know what they do. Like, what's the point of them? Is it their eggs?
They eat plants and insects, and they're very fast.
For a microsecond, I forgot why we're talking about emus, and I was like, man, we are super dumb. And we still are, but it's because of Johnny Depp.
Yeah. But no, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the point of
an emu?
Yeah. Like, for humans, like, what do they keep them for?
They sell insurance.
We keep them for pets. I guess you can.
Could you
I guess
imagine
you can use them for their eggs and stuff, but they keep them like people just own them. Like, hey, you want a giant bird? Sure.
Is that who keeps calling me? Goddamn emus keep calling me about insurance. Could you imagine a million of them?
I mean, there's a guy here in town that owns all kinds of exotic wildlife. Hell, there is a ranch down in South Texas, and if you bought it, it came with like camels, kangaroos, all these random ass animals. I'm like, why would I want this? You know, if you're rich, it's like, hey, you can buy this ranch and you get all of these exotic, probably hard to take care of animals.
Yeah.
But anytime you had someone come over, you just roll up to the gate on your camel.
Does a license like transfer like that? Don't you have to have a license to have like
probably,
certain animals?
Or it might be
probably not in Australia though.
The estate might be licensed or something.
Well, all of Australia is weird.
Well, you would still have to transfer those too. Can we stop talking about birds?
Here's a fun fact, though, real quick. Yeah, in 1932, there was this thing called the Emu War, where the Australian military unsuccessfully attempted to cull emus, damaging crops.
Oh, our guest is here.
Ooh. Yeah, him in.
Yeah, we'll get him in. No problem. No,
you're totally fine.
Let's go in and let's see, whoop. And there we go, our special guest.
Hey, Jim. It's Jim Oberweis. I pronounced that right, didn't I?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So
you're telling him you pronounce it. I pronounced that right. If I didn't, that's your new pronunciation.
But so you're running for the 19th district of Florida for Congress.
Yes.
Byron Donald's old seat, wasn't it?
Correct. And believe me, I had no intentions of doing this until Byron announced that he was running for governor. I literally had 7 or 8 people in the first week come up to me and say, Jim, we need your financial background, your knowledge of economics in Washington. We have at the time they were saying a $36 trillion national debt. Now it's $37 trillion. But that is a soft spot that got my attention. I've been very concerned about that for some time. So I heard it often enough. I said, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we need something to at least slow down this inflation and this debt we got going on. So,
and believe me, it may go on without a problem for a while, and then all of a sudden you get what we sometimes refer to as a black swan event, something unforeseen that suddenly triggers that, and then we have a situation where maybe people don't want to buy our debt, interest rates go up, and inflation goes up. I mean, look, I have 21 grandkids. I'm not concerned about that for me. I'm concerned about that to see that the younger generation still has the same kinds of opportunities that we have.
Yeah, I think me and Josh were talking about this a while ago. I think like 5 years ago, when we were talking about how 30 trillion was kind of a tipping point, and we have sailed past that. And gosh, I mean,
the problem is you never know when this sudden event can happen. You guys are too young, but I lived through the 70s when we had just, astronomical interest rates and astronomical inflation. That's, of course, what propelled Ronald Reagan to the presidency.
Yeah, exactly. Can you give us a little bit of your background, just who you are, and so people get to know you a little bit?
I actually grew up in a dairy family. We put milk in glass bottles, deliver it to homes, and make the richest ice cream in the world. When I was a kid, I used to bale hay, and I made ice cream and scooped ice cream. But I had an older brother who went into that business, so I decided I'd better do something else. And I actually became a stockbroker. And then a couple of years later, started my own stock brokerage firm, asset management company, and a family of mutual funds. We've been very fortunate. Our mutual fund business, or our asset management business, has gone from 0 to today over $5 billion under management. Morningstar, which ranks mutual funds, just published a report indicating that the Oberweis Microcap Fund was one of the 5 best performing mutual funds in the entire country for the last 25 years.
Oh, wow.
With a 12.4% compound increase. Those numbers are off the charts.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I also, I guess if you want the whole story, was elected to the Illinois State Senate in 2012. In 2014, they asked me to run for the U.S. Senate against Dick Durbin. As you can imagine, Illinois, that's quite a difficult task. But I did it and actually gave Durbin the closest race in his entire Senate career. I lost 51-49, even though he outspent me 6-1, and I beat him in 88 out of 102 counties in Illinois, but got killed in Chicago and Cook County. So
yeah, of course. I mean, that's pretty much everybody in Chicago or anybody in Illinois running against a Democrat. So it's hard to win Chicago.
Electoral college should be filtered down to the states, because when you have an overwhelming majority of your landmass voting for one person, and then one or two other areas can dictate how the entire state. And yeah, I think the founders were pretty smart when they came up with that, and I think we need to adopt it in other aspects of elections.
And let me tell you, by the way, I was also reelected to the state Senate in 2016. And in 2020, they asked me to run against the incumbent Democrat for Congress, which I did with the president's endorsement. Again, as of election night, I had actually won by 1,500 votes. But this was Illinois. 3 days later, they decided to count a bunch of mail-in ballots that were never initialed by an election judge as required under Illinois law. After that, I said, that's it. I am done forever with Illinois. I'm done forever with politics. I'm going to Florida to play golf and pickleball, which I did.
There you go.
5 years.
But they drug you back. They drug you back, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Is there? I mean, you said you want to like kind of control the debt and stuff like that. But I mean, is there anything else you want to accomplish for just Floridians? Something that's on your mind there, and sure. I guess in a broader stroke, like what do you want to do for the U.S., the people of the U.S.?
Well, let me tell you, I've had a home in Bonita Springs, Florida, in the 19th district now for 16 years. I've actually had a home in Florida for 45 years. But until 16 years ago, it was more of just a vacation home. The last 16 years, my wife's been a Florida resident. I've spent as much time here as I could, but I was in the Illinois Senate for part of that. So I've only been a full-time Florida-only resident for the last 5 years. I've been a member of the Everglades Trust for several years. Actually attended their seminar in Washington, D.C. to help to get a better understanding of what we need to do to keep a supply of fresh water moving south. Many years ago, we did some things that they thought was okay, but it kind of put some real damage to the Everglades and to the natural flow of water. We're trying to fix that, and we're working on that. There was actually in the so-called Big Beautiful Bill, I think there was $440 million and to keep that progress growing. So we are making progress on that. The other big issue is clearly infrastructure. So many people are moving to Florida. It's very difficult to keep up with that. We need to keep on widening, expanding, building new roads, and we're doing a good job of building new roads, but you almost can't do it fast enough for the number of people that are coming here. So we need to keep doing that.
Yeah, there's definitely a huge influx of people going to Florida right now.
If I could just mention a few other issues that really get my passion. Term limits are one. I believe that we should have patriots serving in Congress, in the Senate, not career politicians. I think we'll get much better government. And that's really what our founders of our country and our Constitution had in mind when they got started. We need to get back to that. I also believe that if we want to get control of our national debt, we should require Congress to do their job. And their job is to pass a budget. That's one of the first things they're supposed to do. And I believe that if they don't pass a budget, they shouldn't get paid. No budget, no pay. And guess what? If we have that as the law of the land, they'll pass a budget because they want to get paid. And that would mean that Republicans and Democrats might have to work together a little bit to come up with some type of compromises to make that happen. But if their money is on the line, you can just bet that's exactly what they'll do. And I think the budget ought to also be balanced in any year except in a time of war or possibly recession. That would start to take care of our national debt in a hurry. As our economy continues to grow, if we can stop the growth, the unsustainable growth of our debt, it will start to decrease as a percentage of our gross domestic product. And that's one of the things that bond investors and others look at. So that's a step in the right direction to get out of this mess. I'm also, by the way, not a fan of gerrymandering. I came out of Illinois, which is probably the worst in the nation for that. And I know the argument right now is, well, we should redistrict in Texas and in Florida to pick up a few seats. I'm honestly not a fan of that. I know it might help Republicans, but you know what? The Democrats can go back and just redistrict in whatever in Virginia, in California, in Illinois, and they'll get as many seats back, and then we end up with goofy districts. A state like Iowa does it right, where they try to keep the communities intact instead of gerrymandered all over the place. And that's the right way to do it. In fact, I think they use a computer program to come up with their ultimate districts. Another thing that I've campaigned on for years that I'm delighted the president has taken on is birthright citizenship. I believe that anybody born in this country to a mother who is legally in this country should have American citizenship. However, the cartels have a business of bringing pregnant women into this country to have their babies in this country in order to claim that they're citizens. And oh, by the way, now my baby's a citizen, so I ought to stay here in the country as well. And that's just fundamentally wrong. That needs to get fixed. And the president, we'll hear what the Supreme Court has to say about that, but the president is doing everything he can to take care of that.
Well, I don't know about the other two guys here, but I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, I think gerrymandering is out of control. Birthright citizenship should be from one legal citizen to another. But yeah, I agree with everything.
One last thing I'll throw out there when we're talking about some of these things that I believe in passionately is the SAVE Act. In fact, I went to D.C. about roughly a month ago when they had a rally with Chip Roy and several others in support of the SAVE Act. At the time I went, I thought the chances of it passing weren't very good. I'm a little bit more hopeful now. I think it's maybe 50-50. And let me tell you, if we do that, man, that will take care of so many problems. And the crazy stuff about this is the polls that I've seen indicate that like 80% of Americans believe that you should have to have some type of ID when you cast your vote. It just makes all kinds of sense. In Illinois, anybody can walk in and say, hi, I'm XYZ, give me the ballot. And I'm afraid that what they do is they watch the newspapers to see who has died, and then they go in and cast their vote with that name. And that's got to stop. And by the way, in Illinois, if you go to get a driver's license and you're an illegal alien, you register to get a driver's license, you get your driver's license, and you automatically are registered to vote, unless you specifically say, no, don't register me to vote because I'm illegal. Now, how many people?
Nobody's going to say that.
What is going? When you were a state senator in Illinois, was that frustrating? It had to be. I can only imagine how frustrating that had to be, being a Republican state senator in a blue controlled state.
The reason that I agreed to run for that when people asked me was my background in finance. I understood the liability that we were building in pensions, and Illinois had the largest unfunded pension liability of any state in the nation. And I thought, my background is there. I can help educate some of these guys who might not have this background. What I found out very quickly when I got to Springfield was they don't want somebody who understands what those liabilities are. They just want somebody who will, go along with the game plan. So I did my best, but it was frustrating. Some of particularly the Democrat senators, this was the best job they could ever possibly get. The pay is crazy. State senators in Illinois were paid about $80,000 plus expenses for a part-time job. And by the way, if you serve 8 years, you are entitled to a full pension and medical benefits for life. And I want to tell you, I served 8 years, but I turned those down because I think it is wrong.
Yeah, it makes serving as a representative on multiple layers. I don't think that serving as a congressman, senator, whether it be state or federal, should be a career path, which we have seen. It's on both sides of the aisle. It's
exactly
they go to school for it now. And
exactly.
That's why I like how I like candidates like you. in general. You don't need it, don't necessarily want it. You're doing it because you're needed to do it. I mean, back in the day, even the history, they used to have to talk people into running for Congress. And it was way back in the day when it's like, well, I'm going to Washington, see you in 6 months, and I'll be there for a week.
I have to tell you, they talked me into running for this congressional seat. It was not my intention. It was not my desire. But when I heard it often enough, and I recognized the need, I said, okay. But look, I don't need the income. In fact, I've pledged that I will donate to charity an amount equal to my salary for as long as I serve in Congress.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I mean, it looks like there's a pretty big field you're kind of primarying against. I mean,
yeah.
Is there, what kind of, I mean, obviously your experience in finance and, you know, you've been a state senator has kind of separates you from the other candidates. But I mean, is there anything that, I mean, how does somebody like weed through all the candidates to be like, you know, Jim's our guy? I mean, what would you say to them?
Well, I think that somebody who has successfully started and built businesses has the proof that they have some decent ideas and will work hard to make those things happen. You know, when I start businesses, it's 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then halftime on Sunday. And I think to serve in Congress, it may be something like that if you want to really make anything happen. And I know I'll be one of 435 people. I can't get everything done that I want to get done, but I will work very hard on behalf of certainly the people of Southwest Florida, but also citizens of the United States of America. I will do my very best to make those things happen. How do you get differentiation? Well, two of my opponents recently got out of prison, believe it or not. One guy for insider trading. I mean, I just don't understand how they expect to do that and then get elected.
Sounds like he was doing prep work for the job.
Well, that's not nice. Come on, be nice.
I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
It's tough stuff. So I'm the only guy who has both real entrepreneurial experience where I've built my own businesses. One of the other guys has a nice business in the radio business in Fort Myers. Unfortunately, Daddy gave him the business, and I'm not sure that he knows what it's like to really work hard and build a business.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between starting it and just caretaking something. When you brought up the debt, which is huge, and it is a big problem, I think the issue right now that we're having with the debt and why it's not really dealt with is because I don't think a lot of people understand, or I think they don't think that's a real number, or they don't correlate that with this means something, and they don't see what, like what you're talking about, where we can get in it. I think Japan was doing it during when Trump did that blanket tariff and they started selling off our bonds.
Yep.
And I don't think people realize that, yeah, they keep, because a lot of our debt is, a lot of it is social programs, stuff like that, overspending on all kinds of stuff. And the people that don't seem to think that the debt means anything, if that collapse that you're talking about happens, they're the ones that are. What I'm asking is, how do we convince these people to understand, or how would you do it to understand how important it is to get a handle on this debt?
Let me just back up for 1 second there with what you're saying. The debt that we're talking about, the $37 trillion, that doesn't include the unfunded Social Security, the unfunded Medicare expenses that we have. Those are on top of that, and those are actually even greater than our $37 trillion national debt. So these are serious problems that somehow have to be dealt with. So I will try to do my best, and certainly working with balanced budgets is a step in the right direction. But those two programs are very challenging to get fixed.
Just like it's challenging to pay it every payday. Just feels like throwing it into a burn barrel.
I mean, what would be your solution on maybe tackling Social Security and Medicare? I mean, do you have anything that have you thought about it? Or, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I mean, is it something that you've thought about?
I thought about it a lot. And to be honest with you, there's only three ways to solve the Social Security problem. One, default. In other words, don't pay all the Social Security. The estimates that I've seen is maybe we could pay 70 cents on the dollar. That we cannot allow to happen. That's absolutely wrong. We've made a commitment to our people receiving Social Security that they're going to get those benefits. So we can't let that happen. The second approach is to increase payroll taxes significantly on workers who are working today. A lot of people aren't going to like that idea either. And the third is to have the government pay it out of the Treasury. I don't think that's the right solution either. And the fourth is to do what we did a few years ago, and that's to change the retirement age for younger people. Say, anybody under 40 now, instead of getting full retirement benefits at 67, you're going to get them at 68, 69, or 70. And remember, when Social Security started, the average life expectancy was 65. So paying benefits beyond 65 wasn't that big a deal. Well, now the average life expectancy is about 80, which changes everything. So I honestly think that is probably the best answer. And people under 40 may not like to hear that, but they probably wouldn't like to hear increasing payroll taxes either. But I think the increase in age over a period of time, as we did the last time around, going from 65 to 67, is the right way to go.
I mean, theoretically, it is meant to be as kind of a retirement supplement.
Excuse
I know
me, one
because
second.
go ahead. But I know Social Security gets paid out for more than just retirement too. Like it became this thing that it wasn't ever meant to be, to where people can be on Social Security for way longer before retirement. That there's no way they pay that. Like there's way more money going out to certain people than ever that came back in. So it almost seems like it needs to be reworked and managed better too.
Well, that's sort of what I was talking about. And on top of that, I was really hopeful when Elon Musk was stepping in there that he would be able to take a good look at that. Everybody talks about waste, fraud, and abuse, and I'm sure there is, but we haven't been very successful at getting after it. And I was hopeful that Elon would be able to do that, but unfortunately, that didn't last long enough. So I think there's still a lot of it going on.
Yeah, I think the government got to him to where he wanted to act fast and cut, and he found out maybe things don't move that fast in Washington, and there's a lot of roadblocks and a lot of people against you, no matter how good you're trying to do and try to save people money.
Absolutely correct.
So yeah, I mean, would it be maybe starting like a private sector type of retirement fund for people instead of Social Security? Would that? I mean, I think that would be almost a better thing for people to put in, instead of going to Social Security, put into a Roth IRA or whatever type of deal. Instead, just get the government out of it completely.
Yeah, well, obviously we have some steps in that direction with IRAs or 401ks today. I suppose, look, that's my business. I would love to see that people buy more of our mutual funds. But the other side of that coin is some people won't invest wisely. Some people won't save enough to end up to have a decent retirement system later on. So Social Security is sort of looked at as a what do you want to call it, a last ditch, last gasp, small amount savings. And I'm just not convinced that that's a terrible thing. That what do we do if people don't save well? They buy the wrong things, and then they retire. And they don't have any money. They don't have any income. I don't have an easy answer for that.
Yeah, I just don't think there is.
I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think?
But I the way I would do it, and I personally would put it in the private sector. Only I wouldn't really give people the choice. It would come out of your taxes like Social Security. It would go into, maybe not government fund, but maybe a government backed institution that would divert your funds however you see fit, just like a Roth IRA. Only you don't get the option of taking it out at all until you're 65, 67. Like there's no choice. Like this is your retirement plan. Maybe something like that, to where it's in the private sector, but you don't really control it. Maybe how you do, like you can say how aggressive you want to be with something, but you can't go against it, I guess. To where it still comes out of your check exactly like Social Security, except for it's not going to the government, really.
I'm a big private industry guy. In principle, that's the right thing to do. I love it. However, let's just look one step further at the practicality of it. If everybody who is now paying into Social Security starts paying into that instead, where do the benefits, where does the cash come from to pay the benefits for all those who are currently receiving Social Security? And don't tell me it's the trust fund, because there ain't much of a trust fund there.
Oh, I know. We've borrowed against it and taken out money out of it. And I mean, it's basically living week to week.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it should be an option. Like it should be pre-tax, same amount, whatever you pay into Social Security, and maybe for younger people because there are a lot of people, and I mean, we're like mid 40s except for Matt. He's like young, but I honestly don't think that when I hit Social Security age, and hopefully I don't need it, but it's going to be there. I mean, I have no faith that it's going to be there. I would rather have the option of having a pre-tax same amount go into, even if I just went, you know what, I want to spend my Social Security every paycheck and have it go toward gold or Bitcoin or whatever. And because there's no, as far as I would say R8 Gen X and up, there's probably little to no faith in that Social Security is actually going to be there. And
I think it's going to be there. It's just exactly what form it's going to be. It may be a little different. I will tell you, the president's new plan, I think, is brilliant to allow people to use part of their IRA or 401k for a down payment for a home. Because, one of the best investments over a period of time has typically been your own home. This would allow the IRA to benefit from an increase in value of your home. It would provide some cash for a down payment for people to get started. The individual owns, 75% of his home, and the other 25% of his home is owned by his IRA. What's wrong with that? I think that's a great idea.
That is a good idea. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that idea.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I guess my biggest question is, not my biggest question. I have a question. Like, what did bring the move from Illinois to Florida? Why? I mean, did you just get tired of Illinois, and the politics or the taxes? Or
he literally said he got tired of the politics in Florida.
I've had a home in Florida personally for 45 years. It was a vacation home until 16 years ago when my wife and I bought a condominium in Bonita Bay, which we absolutely love. What brought me to Florida? Frustration over what happened in 2020. I said, that's it. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm going to Florida where the weather is better, where I can play golf and pickleball all year long and forget the rest. I also, interestingly, took up duplicate bridge. I had a friend who asked me to get involved. I was a pretty good chess player in an earlier life, and pretty much the same skills are required for duplicate bridge as chess. And I took to it pretty quickly. In fact, in 3 years, I went from beginning startup to a life master. So that was kind of a fun thing to do too.
That's awesome. Congrats on that.
That is awesome. That is good. Yeah.
It was fun. Now I don't have time to play bridge. I don't have time to play football. I don't have time to play golf. I'm a member of the club here, and I played golf once in the last 2 months.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
my wife thinks she's much smarter than I am because she gets to play golf, she gets to play pickleball, and she gets to play tennis as much as she wants.
There you go.
And maybe
I've yet to try pickleball.
Oh, it's great. It's fun. It's so easy. If you ever played ping pong or if you ever played any kind of racket sport, you can move to pickleball very quickly. The nice thing about it is, you're close enough to your opponents where you can talk to them. It's not like a tennis court where you're a long ways away. And if you get hit by the ball, it's a plastic wiffle ball. It isn't going to hurt very much. And the games are fast. A game is like 15 minutes, and then you can switch to another set of opponents for another 15 minutes, and then another set. It's a great game. I really like it.
Maybe we're trying. I used to be a force of nature when it came to badminton.
Okay, I'm sure you were.
I was.
Yeah.
Maybe in your own mind.
I have a true passion for the game. No,
Yeah.
I was actually really good. So I've been looking at pickleball, and I'm like, well, that looks interesting. I tried tennis once, and I just don't got the cardio for it. It's a tad bit for me, but there's a lot of movement with pickleball too. So I don't know.
There is, but it's more reflexes. That's why I said something like ping pong. That's primarily a reflex game too, so it's kind of the same thing.
Cool.
Good hobby.
You guys got anything else?
No, you got the one question in that I was interested about. I mean, I don't know. Problem is the low confidence in the U.S. government right now because of COVID and a lot of gaslighting. But I just think that it needs to be some kind of campaign about making people understand what the debt is, the weaknesses that it puts on the country, and how it puts them in a very compromised position. Which is, I mean, you obviously have your head wrapped around it, and it's just getting the people to support, because you're gonna, unless, like you said, we pass a budget, and then the economy, it's going to take a while. I'm not 100% sure if we can grow ourselves out of it, but it's not going to be an easy thing. You rack up that much debt, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, we'll just pay it down. Like there's, kind of the weak men make hard times make strong men. I feel kind of like we're knocking on that door if we haven't already been.
You're absolutely correct. And look, most people can't understand $1 billion, much less $1 trillion, much less $37 trillion. So it's really, really hard to wrap your mind around that. But the point of the matter is, we have to stop the unsustainable growth. You got to stabilize it. And if we can stabilize it, maybe pay it down a little bit over a period of time. But if we just stop the growth, it will, over a period of time, become less of a factor in relation to the size of our economy. So that's the right path to head down. And I do have one more thing I should mention. If anybody would like to know more about my position on any other issues, please go to our website, which is votejimo.com. It's pretty simple, votejimo.com, and that will give you a position on all of our issues. You'll also see over 700 Republicans who endorsed our campaign. And if your viewers would like to add their names, they can do so right on the website. We'd like to get to 1,000. I don't know that anybody's ever done that before.
I think you'll get both of our signatures. So,
absolutely.
Or all three of us. I'm sorry, Matt. I forgot you were there.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, you're ignoring me.
Still here.
Sorry, Matt. You didn't really speak up, so I forgot you were there, buddy. So, but yeah, I think you got all three of our signatures. So, Jim,
thank you, guys.
I would like to thank you for coming on the show. You've been great, and hopefully we can talk again. Hopefully, maybe after you won.
And anytime, and again, from the bottom of my heart, I have to apologize. I'm not usually late for things, but there have been so many things going on that I just lost track of it, and I really apologize.
No problem. We totally understand. So I again, thank you for coming on. So,
thank you,
Jim Oberweis. So, go to votejimo.com, right?
That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
You too.
There you go.
How do I exit? Do you exit me?
There we go.
Let me see.
So that was a good interview. I like him. I hope he wins. I really do.
Yeah, just X out of the viewer, Jim, and that'll take you out of the studio. Yep. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Yes, very much.
I meant to put Kevin and Matt on. I'm like, I'll take care of this off screen.
Hey, bye, Kevin.
I was like, where did I go? No, I hope he does win. He's very intelligent, and hopefully, he actually.
I just like candidates that don't need the job.
Yes, exactly. He's like, people convinced him to run. So it's always nice to have somebody who is doing it for their civic duty and for the betterment of the country and whatever state they're representing. You don't find that very often.
Well, just to put up with all the BS. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, it's Florida, so hopefully it's not as cutthroat, even though when I was down, it was around election time, when I was down in Tampa for that cruise right after the hurricane, and I was feeling sorry for myself with all the crap I was having to go through to get to the cruise ship because, the entire state was decimated.
Yeah. And you're like, man, this
bullshit.
This is affecting me so
But man, I almost feel sorry for the people down there though, because at least when I was down there, they were getting hammered. Oh, that was nice, J Red.
Yeah.
We do appreciate our guests.
Remember to go to votejimo.com and put your name down there.
He has a last question for you, man.
Maybe 2 out of the 3 of us, or 3 out of the 3 of us will do it.
That was great. Kevin totally forgetting that you're a person.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, Matt's on.
That fourth square is just a random.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Room.
I thought that was the digital postcard I ordered. That moved.
Like, man,
it's AI.
Well, you know what, Matt? I think we can both admit that Kevin pretty much just bogarted that entire interview, and we were just afterthoughts. I had to force myself in. And then Kevin's like, hey, I know you already answered this.
I did, because I lost myself in my questions. I was like, did I ask all these? I was like, God damn it. I was like, maybe I did.
And me being the great co-host I am, totally threw you under the bus.
Yeah, you did.
That was funny.
I was like, oh shit, I did ask that. He did.
He already
answer that.
You already asked that, and he already answered it. He left.
No, I didn't ask it. He just kind of.
Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead and tell Kevin again, because his attention span is that of a snail.
Goldfish. That's what they call me.
Yep.
But no, it was a good interview. So I'm glad you jumped on. And in case you're wondering, we have another guest next week. Josh, who is that? It's your interview, so now while Josh is looking that up, let's go back to Happenens.
A horrible host. But I'm going to our website that is continually updated with upcoming guests, which you should too, and it is Tom Joseph, who will be coming on the show to talk about election reform, which that should be an interesting conversation, especially with the SAVE Act and everything going on.
Yeah. So if you want to know what guests we're having on, go to also buy our shit, but you can go to www.lostcommon.com, and it has a full list of our guests coming up. And I think we got 3 more confirmed right now. Hopefully we'll have more.
Yes.
So
we'll see. We're working on a 4th. Or a 5th request, I guess 4th now, and we have 2 requests sent out. So,
anybody watches this show, if you want to be a guest, you don't have to be anything. You don't have to be alien. I mean, you can just be like the show.
I mean, if you're like,
hey, I want to talk some shit with these guys,
and had like a multi tens of millions of viewers on YouTube, and you want to come on and just make fun of us, we would be totally fine with that.
Yeah, we don't care if you're just a dude with 1 follower on X. I don't care.
We just like having conversations. That's what this show is. It's basically like Friday night bar night.
Exactly. Except for you can talk about religion and politics and everything. You're not supposed to talk at a bar but that's what people talk about.
Literally do that all the time.
Yeah. You're not supposed. That was.
Hey man, I noticed you're down there shooting tequila and eyeballing that dude kind of weird. Have you met Jesus?
Have you met Jesus?
I noticed you've been taking.
You know he can save you, right?
Just
because you're going down a path, sir.
You're going down a path of not wanted. It's an unwanted path that you do not want, sir. It doesn't lead to the light; it leads to the darkness. Let's get you another Sam Adams Summerfest.
So back to Happenens. Matt, you brought this to my attention. This CBS Colbert controversy. So if you want to explain that to everybody, because maybe not everybody's heard of it.
Yeah. So Jasmine Crockett and good old Tallarico. I don't even really know a whole lot about him, but apparently he was supposed to be on the Colbert Show. And I guess there's this thing with FCC. If you're going to interview one politician that's in a race, you have to interview and air the other person. So he's doing Tallarico. Offer. Okay. So they're going to do Tallarico's, and they're like, oh, wait, no, CBS is like, nope, you can't air that. Don't air that at all. And so they're like, okay. And Colbert goes on the air, and he makes this whole big deal about it and makes it seem like some people are like, oh, Trump's doing it. Trump's telling them that they can't do it, and he's shutting everything down. That's not true, because then Crockett did some random interview and said, oh, no, the federal government had nothing to do with that. It was either CBS or Colbert didn't want to air his because then they'd have to talk to me. And she basically said, they don't like me, so they're not going to talk to me, and so they're not going to air Tallarico's. But that kind of backfired because I just read an article that they did put Tallarico's interview on YouTube and a couple other things. And after that aired, he raised $2 million off of that because people thought he was being censored and all this other stuff.
There was one point
I just don't think
where you were
wrong.
Okay. CBS said did not say that they couldn't air it. They said if they did, they might run into the Fairness Act. And I was really looking for the clip. And you might have been fixing to bring it up, and if you did, I apologize. Or if you're going to, I apologize for stealing your thunder. But apparently, brought it up like the next day about so because he was inflating it and saying, "Oh, we couldn't air it, so we put it on YouTube, where millions of people watched it. Where if we just would have done it on the show, nobody would watch it." And I thought that was hilarious. And I was trying to find the clip.
Yeah, no, that's basically true.
He can be funny when he's being self-deprecating.
Well, yeah. Everybody's funny when they're self-deprecating. But, I mean, are they blacklisting
except for you, it's gross.
Jasmine Crockett? I mean, is the Democrat Party doing it or is CBS doing it?
You're taking away my loser. It's not like you know it.
Oh, sorry. We'll just move on to another person then, another state congressman. Is that what he is?
I don't know who the hell you're talking
Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, Tony Gonzalez. Yeah, he's running against Brandon Herrera in Texas. He's the guy who Brandon Herrera caused a...
you think Brandon Herrera won't be on our show because you say his name that way?
I feel like I feel like I'm giving it the proper pronunciation.
Just like when AOC says Venezuela.
He probably won't be on because he doesn't appreciate the awkward part of the recommendation I put on his website. But he caused a runoff in the last congressional election in 2024. Well, so he's running again because he warned him. He's like, this guy is a rhino. He votes for the Democrats. He votes against. Now, I don't know. Maybe the morons that are Republicans that vote for him want him to vote with Democrats. I don't know. But now, apparently, he's been caught, and it's been confirmed by other people that work in his office that he was having an affair with one of his aides, and apparently somehow using taxpayer money to do it, like going on trips or something. I don't know about that. But I do know that supposedly the affair has been confirmed, so it's like, I don't know. Nowadays, I don't even know if that matters because we have no like moral compass in this country anymore. But
that is true.
It can't hurt. I mean, he can say whatever he wants about Brandon. I mean, the good thing about Brandon is he is who he is.
Also, another person who doesn't need to be running. Like, he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need fame. I mean, the dude's...
No, it'd be super cool to have him come on the show and just talk about why he decided to run and kind of his... See, maybe because I've been down in Texas so long, I like, and my congressman, Ronnie Jackson. He's a good congressman. He's like got like a 90%. I mean, that's how you pronounce that name. There's no other way to say it.
Is that it? I mean, that's.
Oh, why, hello. I'm Congressman Ronnie Jackson. He votes the right way, but like I had to look up who he was because I feel like if you're a representative from Texas, people should know who you are.
Well, at least
you
the
be
people
loud,
in the district,
proud, and possibly. I truly believe this to my core. We need to get back to where Congress.
So once he flies in from
fights on the floor of Congress,
once he flies in from Washington, he should get off the plane and just start shooting guns in the air and.
No, I just I mean, like I said, he votes the right way all the time. Like if I had the means and some people were asking me to run for Congress, I would actually run against him just because of how long he's been in Congress. No other reason. That would be my whole
I really
platform.
did not know that was your congressman's name.
That would be my... What, you didn't know about Ronnie Jackson?
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
I'm not 100% sure that's who it is. I'm pretty confident. But that would be my only thing of running against him. I'm like, hey, this dude votes for the right stuff. Awesome. He's been in Congress too long. And if you truly believe in term limits, you're going to vote for me. Because I'm going to vote for whatever you want. And if I think what you want is stupid, we're going to have a town hall called Why Are You Stupid? And then I'm going to explain to you why I'm right and you're wrong. And then, if I'm still wrong and you want me to vote the other way, that's fine. But when it backfires, I'm going to have another You're Stupid town hall.
You're stupid.
You were talking about that earlier today when we were talking.
That's a potential guest.
That's a lot of talking.
Yeah, that's right. That might be a potential guest. He's got something.
Who, Jasmine?
What?
What?
I got to look up to make sure. I'm pretty sure my congressman is Ronnie Jackson.
You just like saying that name.
Yeah, I just like saying
I'm not sure if that's
good name.
I like how you don't know, but you said it with such confidence.
Ronnie Lynn Jackson.
Like somehow, even if you're wrong, you'd be like, nope, that's it now. That's it. That's who he is.
That's it now.
No matter what.
I'm pretty confident that's him. Yeah, let me see.
I hope it's not, just because it'd be funny if it's not.
Oh no, my congressman is Melvin Brownshoe. What?
It's hard to say that one. Melvin Brownshoe.
Smell like rawhide and old shoelaces. Yeah, that's my he's my congressman.
Who, Melvin Brownshoe? Oh.
I wish my congressman was Melvin Brownshoe.
That's an awesome name. I
wonder how he got that name.
Kevin's
Brownshoe.
Kevin's congressman, Gaylord Cockshoot. That is a real name Kevin found in the phone book.
Yes.
That loser used to just go through the phone book looking for stupid names when he was bored. There's multiple Harry Johnsons.
Yes, a lot of them.
Michael Hunts.
Yeah.
Gaylord Cockshoot was by far the...
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry if you're a fan of the show, Mr. Cockshoot, but you got to find
like, subscribe.
I use that name. I use that name as an example in my arguments on the SAVE Act. Like with this lady who's like, "Oh, it only affects women." And I'm like, no. If old Mr. Gaylord Cockshoot wanted to change his name to like Blazer Laserface or whatever it was, he would have to go through the same stuff.
When I read that comment, I'm like, God, I remember that name.
We should really have our guests.
I'm never going to forget that name.
They don't want to be part of this part of the show.
No, there's this part of the show for guests, and then there's the rest of it.
There's no way
Mr.
Oberweis would want to be part of Gaylord Cockshoot.
It's like that one, the guy we had that was pushing the independent movement. I was like, oh, so is that it? I'm like, yeah, you're not going to want to stick around for the rest of the show. You can. You're more than welcome to stay.
Yeah.
But it's not going to help your candidacy.
No, you're going to.
That's where we suck you in to questions that you're not going to want to answer. Well, let me ask you something. Are you taking Trump's route to Washington where you just don't give a shit? Or because if you're not doing that, you're not, no.
All right. What do you guys think about Prince Andrew getting arrested for, his dirty deeds at the Epstein Islands?
That's not what he got arrested for.
Is it not?
No.
What do you get arrested for?
Once again,
Wrong.
What do you get arrested for?
It was for leaking tradecraft shit.
Oh.
He's not going to go to jail. Okay, for one thing, what he did technically isn't illegal in Europe.
Oh, what he got arrested for?
No, the consent age in Europe is like 16 in England.
Gross.
Oh.
What he got arrested for was like releasing of tradecraft secrets or something like that.
Well, that's...
I mean, he was a perv, obviously, but technically...
I mean, he got stripped of his whatever his...
Yeah, that's why they're saying this is the first royal who've been arrested in 400 years. Technically, he's not.
Yeah. Yes.
I honestly don't care about the royal family at all.
No one does.
I don't understand why any American would celebrate losers, because that's what they are.
I don't understand why anybody in England would give an F. They don't do anything.
That's a weird thing, though. They literally overthrew the monarchy. That's why there's a parliamentary system. There was a revolution. I'm pretty sure, Matt, you can look it up and point out if I'm
wrong.
But I think there was like...
Say less.
Say less. That's so mean.
What am I looking up?
What the shit?
Everybody wished you would say less.
If basically if the monarchy in England was overthrown, and which brought on their parliamentary system, I do know that the people chose to keep the monarchy because it's like
symbol.
But yeah, they're in name only. They really don't have any major power. That's why when everyone's over, oh, the Queen. Now they might have some say, but it's really just a.
Yeah, it was overthrown in 1650.
I do know some history.
1949 and 1660.
But
that's why I'm the thinker, Kevin, because I know a bunch of random shit.
No, you can keep all your money and all your...
Oh, yeah, they're billionaires. They get a stipend.
Executed King Charles.
And all your lands.
The House of Lords declared.
Yeah, I mean, they get... All the royal family gets a stipend from the taxpayers.
It's weird. It shouldn't happen. I don't get it.
I think it's the mystique of it, of course they lived it. So, but I think it has more to do with that. And like people romanticize royals for some reason until Meghan Markle came along and just ruined everything. Hey, I'm a princess now. And
are they still part of the...
No,
they had to get out because nobody liked her.
They advocated their own stuff.
Did they strip her name or whatever? The Duchess of...
They're not anything. I don't even think Harry's considered a prince anymore. Harry's an idiot. You want to talk about...
Yeah.
Have you seen Suits? I'd be whoosh by that too.
I know her personality. It makes her very unattractive, Matt.
Mm. I'll deal with it.
So, I mean, Jim Oberweis did talk about this a little bit, about the SAVE Act. And this kind of going in my loser a little bit, but all these people who are overblowing how people can't figure out how to get IDs is ridiculous. I mean, it is 84% of Americans believe you should be a citizen to vote and that you should show a form of ID. 84%. That is a crazy amount of people agreeing. And somehow the 16% is winning. This is why Congress is a failure.
Well, it's because nobody holds them to account. It doesn't matter that they're the 80-20 group and they're holding it up, okay, so the filibuster change they were talking about that they're going to do with this, they're not getting rid of the filibuster. What it's going to do is they're changing it back to where if you filibuster, you have to talk nonstop. And once you stop, it's a pure majority win. It's not a 60 vote. Once you filibuster and it's over, I think it's just 51.
Yeah, the zombie filibuster is a 60 vote, I think, right?
I think so. It's just some bullshit. I'm filibustering, but they're taking it back to the way it used to be, to where you have to go up and the Democrats are going to have to argue on why they don't want verification of citizenship in order to vote. And people are stupid and they think, oh, you got to bring your birth certificate and your marriage certificate and like your tax returns to go vote. It's like, nope. It's all for registrations or updating an existing registration. If you're already registered to vote, it does not apply to you.
Yes, but you do have to bring your ID to vote.
Oh, yeah, I already got to do that anyway, so I don't care.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of states that you don't have to bring your ID, or they say you do not show me your ID. Like California's like, do not show me your ID. I can get in trouble.
The Dave Rubin guy tried showing his ID, and they were like, no.
How dare you?
Like, I don't get it. I don't get how people are so fucking stupid. How they are so.
I'm going to read you right back. Do not leave Happenings because we have another story to talk about.
Do we? Okay. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I was saying, I just don't understand how people are so confused by this. Hey, you should be a citizen. You should prove you're a citizen to vote. If you, I mean, it's not that hard.
You gotta use your ID for everything. Yeah. You have to use your ID for the Second Amendment. Why wouldn't you use it to vote? I don't understand why people are saying or having a hard time with this. Like, oh, not everybody has their ID. Somebody was like, well, I don't carry my birth certificate around with me. It's like,
you don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to use it.
No.
I don't understand. Some Congress lady said that.
Well, that's because they're morons and they're gaslighting their constituents. And no one calls them out. That's the worst thing about the media, too, is they don't call them out on the stupid shit they say. Like, they should be like, no, you're dumb as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is it for the media to actually do their damn job?
Well, I think that was the video. Somebody was like following her to her car and asking her about this stuff. And she's like, well, nobody carries around their birth certificate, and people or women who remarry. I mean, you can't change the name on your birth certificate.
Yes, you can.
And the reporter's like, what are you talking about?
You actually can change the name on your birth certificate.
Yeah.
To match you. Yes, you absolutely can. It's not even that hard. People do it all the time when they get their names legally changed. I mean, because they have to match up certain documents to prove, you're a citizen for certain jobs. If you change your name, you can change your your name on your birth certificate.
Birth certificate was amended 3 times before I was 3.
Yeah, his first name was Gaylord Cockshoot.
I started the trend. And then I was like, you know what? I started people down this path. I must now bow out.
Yeah.
Well, people don't get all offended. Like, oh, that's like if you have the same name as your husband, that's gross. I'm like, you technically do on your birth certificate. I'm like, no, and I don't even know if they necessarily change. No, you can't straight up change the name on your birth certificate. And I'm pretty sure in Iowa, you have to by law.
I think so.
Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts. I think you it's one of the few states where it's actually by law you have to amend your birth certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just people don't understand anything about what's going on. And it's not that big of a deal. It's like but they're like, oh no, it's like you can't use this. Like I don't know how many people, and I can't just leave a comment. I've had a couple comments now that get a couple thousand reactions and tons of comments. And my stupid ass got to go on and talk shit to everybody who doesn't agree with me. but I don't know how many times people come on. It's not accepted as a form of ID. I know. If you would have scrolled through the other 500 times I said that, it is called a supplemental document. And the states, it doesn't line out in the bill that you have to use anything. It says the states have to make accommodations for when people with supplemental documents for when people's birth certificates do not match their ID. One being your marriage certificate that has your previous name and your new name.
Yeah.
And it's just like every reaction to the SAVE Act is racist as fuck and sexist as fuck.
Yeah, it's either women are too stupid or like minorities.
You see Gavin Newsom? He came out and was like, "You got to bring your birth certificate. I don't even know where mine is." So you're not responsible enough to keep a copy of your birth certificate and know where it's at, but you want to run for president.
Yeah.
Hey, where are those launch codes again? I don't know.
I done lost them.
I don't keep them on me.
I mean,
yeah, no,
I know where mine is.
Congresswoman.
Your launch codes?
Over there.
Yeah. My launch codes and my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Oh, where do you keep all your documents?" In a fireproof cabinet.
That's exactly where I put mine, in a fireproof safe.
Has all my pertinent information. And before anyone's like, "Oh, well, it must be nice to be rich," I got it at Harbor Freight. So it's technically probably flammable.
It says not to smoke around it. I don't know what that means.
But I feel better knowing that the potential high petroleum content fire safe I have may or may not protect my documents. But at the end of the day, I know where they're at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pile of ashes after your house burned down.
Oh, yeah, right there. I can still see the latch. It's the only thing that made it.
Yeah, that's the part that's fireproof. It's just the latch.
Fireproof. Hey, as long as part of it's fireproof, they can say it's fireproof.
That's true.
All right, Josh, you said you had another.
Yeah, the AOC story based on this.
We look at what happened in Venezuela, for example. It is not a. It is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator. And
oh my God. You are so smart. Everybody clapping is done.
They actually don't know where the equator is.
Yeah.
You are so.
Or where
so
cowboys come from.
Like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Here's the thing. She has a trend of saying just off the wall, ignorant ass shit. Like history. You could write a textbook on how ignorant she is. I'm not saying she's stupid. I'm not saying she's not, but she is definitely 100% ignorant.
Stupid.
Is all out. And she has no problem, and she owns it. Ever since she got in Congress, in these hearings, there are multiple examples of her just making an ass out of herself. And she just doubled. And this one was so bad. Normally she ignores it and just keeps going on to say the next stupid thing. But this one was so bad, she actually came out and said something else about it. Like Trump moved the equator.
Did she really?
No, I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
That would be hilarious.
When they changed the name to Gulf of America, that's when they lowered the equator.
No doubt.
Oh, and speaking real quick, and we can get into my winners and losers of the week, and we will. So I'm going to hold off on half of it, but it annoys the crap out of me. And this isn't just AOC. This is like, for whatever reason, people that either like that are Latina in any way or Latino, they over exaggerate the pronunciation of Spanish sounding names. Like it's a Venezuela.
Wasn't she also a big part of the Latinx, Latinx or whatever the fuck it was?
Oh, you go after Latinx. Yeah, and then they asked, like, I don't think they found one Latin person that wanted to be called Latinx.
Latinx.
That sounds inappropriate and sinful.
Yeah. Officer Tatum had a whole spiel about that, about over pronunciating things. He's like, yeah, you go to Taco Bell, you order grande. Hey, give me a crunch wrap or something. It's stupid. It's like, oh, you go to Happy Joe's and order a Sloppy Joe.
So that's what it is. It's annoying. But some other person who speaks a certain way sometimes is not speaking that certain way anytime currently right now, which we'll bring up.
Okay.
In Winners and Losers of the Week.
Well, that's we're not doing that yet. I got one more story.
Cool.
So, I think I told you guys about this earlier. There was a failed attack on a DHS office. Some guy in Idaho stole an ambulance, filled it full of gas, like gas cans, like full gas cans, and ran into a DHS building. I don't think it blew up at all.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
He just hit the building and that was it. Like nothing caught on fire. It was just some guy just dumb as hell. Big old
idiot.
Retard. But this shows to what, again,
I'm kind of retarded.
This is what rhetoric does. Makes people dumb as hell. Like,
there's a video that when I was scrolling for potential cold openings, or maybe I saw it on Facebook. All these morons on the left that are going on just calling out for straight up violence on ICE.
Yeah,
like I think it was on Instagram where it was nothing but people promoting violence on ICE.
Yeah, it's just like we're gonna shoot back. Grab your Glocks and we're gonna shoot them, kill them all.
Yeah, and none of them. A handful of them, probably different backgrounds. None of them looked like productive members of society as far as like, hey, I bet that person's a doctor.
Yeah.
So many accidents in the MRI room because they refused to remove their septum ring. Huh?
I think his sound's still on.
Probably. I don't know. No, he's not. He's not on our feed.
Okay.
I kicked him out.
Oh, was that your place?
I don't know. No, you can still hear him.
Yeah.
The audience can't hear him except for you keep bringing him up.
Yeah.
You're breaking the fourth wall in a bad way.
It's just kind of like what you last week.
Me?
But you thought you were on. You thought you were off, but you weren't.
I wasn't even off the screen yet.
Yeah.
I went back and watched. I'm like, I'd be embarrassed, but I don't even know if that's possible.
Sorry, I have both ears covered this time, so it's weird. I can hear it.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, we were talking about that thing that you talked about and just how. Now I was talking about that video that had a bunch of these septum ring wearing, just beta as fuck people. Oh yeah, let's like Nazis. Let's go make sure you kill a Nazi today. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
it's like, and you have the Democrats constantly referring to anybody they don't like as Nazis, and then you have left-wing jerk-offs that are saying we should go out and kill Nazis. At what point do these morons figure out? And I think they should be held liable.
I do too.
That is fire in a theater that causes a panic.
Yep.
Yes.
Your rhetoric is leading to these people's actions.
Absolutely. And I think there should be criminal charges.
100%.
Should all go to jail.
All right. Well, you guys got any more stories?
Were we going to talk about AOC more in losers or no?
I don't know. Is she a loser or winner?
She's not mine.
Is she a loser?
What else did you want?
I was just gonna say how she was trying to make fun of Marco Rubio when Marco Rubio said that the Cowboys came from Spain, and she was trying to make him look like an idiot. But really, they did. Spaniards brought everything to Mexico and brought it to America.
I'm not 100%
sure up a little bit.
Realize that the original people that came over to this side of the country to say hello to the Aztecs were Spaniards.
Yeah.
Like,
and they kind of shared her name, so I don't get it.
Well, people don't understand that Spanish people are white.
You know, I'm kind of interested to see how Marco Rubio is going to do in a debate anytime if he runs for office, because he used to be fucking horrible, but he's really adopted this I don't give a shit attitude.
Yeah, and I think you need that attitude anymore because people are tired of politicians. Like,
I don't like politicians. I don't like people placating to a base. Just like say what you mean, do what you say, and just be unapologetic about it. It's like people can mess up. They can, have hiccups here or there. I don't care. As long as you're genuine. I'm tired of all the fake polished bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I think with him, he's just tired of it all. I think he was trying to play the game how it was supposed to be played and be professional.
Then he went against Trump.
Yeah, didn't really get him anywhere. And then he just kept hearing the other side go on and get dumber and dumber.
Little Rubio.
It's like, and now he's just been hanging out with Trump more. So now he's just like, fuck it.
I guarantee you, Trump, like, they either glean it from him or he talks to him, like, because the way his entire cabinet acts in these congressional hearings for Democrats, I don't know if he has a prep doc. Look, just go in there. Don't put up with their bullshit. And, if you have time, tell them to go fuck themselves. I don't know.
Especially that was Jekyll and Hyde.
But yeah, I mean, he's just become unapologetic and genuine. And that's, I think, because you can only go so long with hearing the same typical bullshit. And that's what I liked about Jim is when we were talking about hard subjects, he's like, yeah, there isn't really there's not a perfect answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all suck. Like he even said, and I thought your idea was good about I don't want my money going to Social Security. I don't believe it's going to be there. I mean, it'd be cool if it was. Hopefully I don't have to rely on it, but I should have a choice. I'm like, nope, I want the exact same amount that will be going to Social Security to go pre-tax into whatever. Okay, I want all my Social Security money to go into gold or Bitcoin or whatever. Of course, if they do turn it around, if we ever halt our debt and that thing goes down a penny, I feel like it's going to destroy the price of gold.
Yeah.
I'm not an economic expert, but I do know that buying gold is a hedge against our economy. And if they actually stopped the debt clock and, like I said, went back a penny, I think
that'd be a win.
I think it would bottom out the price of gold.
Oh, absolutely. But I think I was reading something or I saw something to where if we put, instead of Social Security, if we privatized in the year 2000, your Social Security would be 10 times higher than it is right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, because you're already paying retirement.
And that's doing like a simple IRA, just like, hey, non-aggressive, just, easy stocks that will do growth. It'll be 10 times.
I want it all on SHIB Emu.
Yeah.
I own 14 trillion coins of SHIB Emu. Well, I mean, what's that worth? Out of that, it's not
$6.50.
Yeah. 6 pence.
6 pence.
6 pence.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else. If you guys don't have anything else, we can go to winners and losers. Or do you want to do Trump truth for winners and losers?
Let's do winners and losers.
Winners and losers.
In my book, you're a winner too.
I think you're a loser.
All right. As always, we start with the loser because we want to finish on a happy note. So let's go with Matt. Matt, you have a loser this week.
I do, and it is Mamdani raising taxes on.
That guy is a socialist icon.
Yeah, and he's also a douche. Yeah,
decides, keeps the flies away.
Keeps the flies away. Yeah, decides he needs to. It's like, hey, this isn't going as well as I thought it was, and let's tax all the rich. Oh, the rich are moving away. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to tax everybody now.
Weird. Who would have thought that would happen?
Yeah. And then, hey, let's stop the police from getting all the homeless people off the streets and forcing them into shelters and stuff like that. Let's just let them live and be on the streets, whatever. Oh, wait, it's getting negative degrees and snowing like crazy, and there's all these homeless people on the streets dying. Fucking idiot. That's my take on him.
Josh, you want to play your segment there? Your end of the show? We can play a little early and at the end.
What are you talking about?
The socialism.
Oh, you can play that 100 times an episode.
Yeah.
Just so people
key it up. We can keep talking about Mamdani. Have you heard what their proposed budget for the year is?
Yeah, it's 120 billion, isn't it?
127 billion.
All of Florida.
Look up. Yeah, what's the Florida annual budget?
I think it's 117.
And it's was it 8 million? There's a lot of people in New York, but Florida's 20 million.
Yeah, I don't get where's it all going to.
Florida budget for 25-26 totals 117.4 billion.
Yeah,
for the entire state
wants 125 billion just for New York City. New York City.
Yeah. And it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No.
Because he wants to do all this free shit.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
115.9 is what they budgeted last year.
Jesus.
So New York City Council adopted a $115.9 billion budget for fiscal year 2026 and June 2025, focusing on investments in city services. The budget covers July 1st through June 30th of this year. Okay. So yeah, he's going to want it to go to
127.
Right now, 127 is the projected amount. Yeah.
What can you spend that on? And he wants to cut police.
No, that's where he's getting some of the money from. They were going to hire 5,000 more police, and he decided not to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he's cutting it. I thought he's cutting police force.
No, they were slotted to hire 5,000 more. No, he's not.
So where's that money going?
An idiot.
To all the bullshit he wants to do. Like, there's no such thing as free anything. Everything.
Where are they
has a
getting this
cost.
money?
They're going to raise property taxes.
They're going to have to.
No, they are.
Everybody.
He came out
On
and said it.
everybody.
Yeah, on everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
He's
there's
like,
two ways we
well,
can do this.
It's on people that make over like $80,000 a year, which
That's
New York
all in New
City,
York.
that would be like making 30 somewhere else.
That's like minimum wage and everywhere else.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh. The printer, Kevin. The printer. I don't know what that means. Well, I found that clip.
I do have a printer.
I have a very nice printer.
It's an HP.
It's not plugged in, but I mean, so if you're trying to send me something via printer,
It's from
I'll tell you, it'd be kind of weird if you went to your printer
that's where
and
they're
fucking
getting the
printed
money
out.
from. That's where they're getting the money from, I bet. The printer.
Ah.
That
Funny
makes
money.
more sense.
Funny money.
That's where you get those. So here's what we think of socialists. Oh, shit. Wrong video.
My name is Kevin, and I have a load in
My
my
bad.
pants.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Socialism. We're all in this together. Remember, kids, socialists are retarded. Oh, yeah! America! America! Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day,
I
yeah!
should change that.
To what?
Very classy.
The people who vote for socialists are retarded. Because
Okay,
socialists
if you vote for a socialist, you're a socialist.
well, yeah. Well,
There's a difference between being the moron voting
you
for
ask
him.
a person who voted
the
for
person-
Mamdani if they're a socialist, they'll say no. But they just like
No,
socialists.
they're pretty proud. That's why I thought it was funny when the U.S. Democratic Socialist page, the person put, as a woman, and I was like, oh, man, Kevin would have.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, no, for
yeah.
serious. That would for one, you're a woman and you're a socialist. Oof. There is
Kevin, I think
there's
you
a
have
lot
some
to unpack there.
deep-seated issues that you need to talk to somebody about.
I have no problem with women. I just don't think they should vote.
I know someone's number. She's really nice.
Oh, man, harsh, bro.
Was that you, Josh? Who's your loser?
My loser is Jasmine Crockett for two things. One,
Not being
now she's
Colbert.
talking all, hey, I'm a serious senator, blah, 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 and dropped her Jenny from the Block Act that she does in congressional hearings. But she's also a loser, not because of something she did, but because she's being currently blackballed by the Democratic Party.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Because she's a joke and she has no chance in hell of winning.
Who's she
At
going
all.
against?
The only, she's running for Senate.
Against who though?
Tala.
I don't know if it's no. I'm talking about
No, Tallarico is her primary opponent.
Is it?
Oh, got it.
Well, if it the non Ted Cruz guy,
Yeah, who is that?
can go f himself.
The guy who's not Ted Cruz. You know, he would.
Ted Cruz can go f himself too for not telling me to go
For not
f
showing
myself
up.
when I requested did he come on the show.
Exactly.
I would have been totally fine with that.
Damn it, Ted Cruz.
It's like, hey, how about you guys are losers? Go fuck yourself. I would have been totally fine with
I
that.
would have been fine with that. Yep.
Yeah. You get all these 9 viewers.
Yeah, so I don't know who the other person other than Ted Cruz is.
Let's see.
Yeah, well.
I
Once you
know
find that
his
out, I'm
name.
gonna go.
John Cornyn.
Oh, it is John Cornyn. I thought who's going against John Cornyn right now? Oh, it's
Holly?
Ken Paxton, isn't it?
Ken Paxton's one of them.
Yeah. So I think Ken
Which is
Paxton's
funny.
gonna
He's
get it.
not. So, what the hell's that dude's name? It's kind of weird.
What do you guys think about Holly? That Holly guy, or is that his name? He always owns
Josh Hawley
Josh Hawley. Is that his name?
from Missouri. Yeah.
He's not bad. Every now and again, I don't agree with 100% of anybody.
Yeah.
anything.
I think he was one of the 3.
He kind of had some.
He's
shit that he voted against.
Yeah.
I think he voted against the SAVE Act.
Did he?
Maybe not.
He was a holdout on something. It wasn't.
He was a
SAVE Act.
holdout on something. I can't remember what it was. It was him and like Murkowski. So I mean, he didn't. And Susan Collins.
Yeah, you know what I want to do.
Republicans.
Doesn't like big tech.
Well, no one likes that. Did you know there's 1,000?
The weird thing is so. I guess Chip Roy is running for AG of Texas.
Yep.
So Paxton is just dropping out or something. That dude's
because he's
I don't
running
know
for senator.
But I don't know if it's fake. But that dude, they're always trying to nail him to the wall for something.
That's because he's pretty hardcore right.
I can't even vote because he's not in my district.
Yeah, I know.
I'm stuck with a guy who's too good to tell me to go F myself.
I mean, I guess I could write Chuck Grassley, see if he wants to come on, but
yeah,
I'll tell you what, it will not be awkward if we ever get him on.
I don't know if I had to get him by pigeon or what, because I don't know if he knows how to use it.
Got to come by horse in a manuscript that is sealed with wax.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know I got a letter.
1 if by land, 2 if by sea. If you want to be on my show, I want to be on your show.
Was this written in quill?
This parchment isn't made of cotton fibers. This is just regular paper.
Full of acid and chemicals. Corn husk parchment. So we use here in Iowa. Because he's so old. And I do not like how he's trying to hand his seat over to his kid.
I like how you had to explain that. That's what the joke was about.
It was because he's so old.
He may have been Washington's generals.
He might have been. One of his captains.
He was one of the letter boys back in the Revolutionary War.
He was the bugle boy.
I'll liven up the troops, sir.
Oh, wow.
Then somehow I went from that to, you know, and you could say it's not cool to make fun of an old guy. That dude should have retired a long ass time ago. And here's the thing. People in Iowa probably should have stopped voting for
him. Yeah.
Every time I vote for whoever primaries against him. Every time. I mean, you know, I actually don't mind if he votes the right way. But again, I don't like anybody in Congress that long. You should be in Congress from 1862.
No, like I said, if I had the means to run for Congress or something in my district, it would purely be he's been there too long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ronnie Jackson.
So I just typed in how long has, and the first thing that pops up, Grassley been in Congress.
That's because he was there before computers, planes, automobiles, and even like some types of pets.
Sadly, it was the Lincoln assassination that inspired him to run.
He served in the U.S. Senate since January 3rd, 1981, marking over 44 years in the Senate.
I can't believe it was just 81.
45 years.
There's no way it was just 81.
Are you sure it's not 1881?
Before that, he was in the U.S. House of Representatives from 75 to 81.
No, he's just like Biden. He served his entire career. Yeah, that's another thing that just random off topic. I cannot believe how these dipshits support Bernie Sanders, who is literally the definition of the top tier socialist. Oh yeah, Bernie. But the dude has done nothing his entire life and is somehow magically a millionaire from being a public servant. How stupid do you have to be to support him and be like, yeah, socialism?
Yeah, I don't get it. The guy used to be against millionaires until he became one. Now it's billionaires. So
yeah, nobody even points out that shift except for us.
Yeah.
And possibly millions of other people, but we're the only ones that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Grassley's net worth in 2018 was about $7.5 million.
Which really isn't that bad for being in Congress since the start of
he
the revolution.
He should be a billionaire by now.
It doesn't say what his current one is.
I bought a bunch of Bell stock back when the telephone was invented.
He was probably the guy that actually wrote out the fucking Constitution. You can't sign it. You're just writing it.
He's the one who ran that thing over it, to blot up the ink. I was the ink blotter in 1776. Not one signature was spun. No smudges, you're welcome. They called me Ronnie the Roller.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I'm going to go to my loser because we're somehow still on.
Now that we're done beating up on geriatrics, let's move on to Kevin's loser of the week.
Mine's subverted people. Just because this whole Save Act dumbass shit that we talked about, people just not knowing, just believing whatever their congressperson says, if it is Chuck Grassley. But no, but people should actually do the research and look up things. Really
simple research.
It's really not that hard. So
I mean, technically with AI nowadays, you
don't even just take your favorite
excuse.
TikToker's word for it. Maybe look it up for yourself.
There's zero excuse for it. You can, and you know what? If you don't trust one AI, ask both. I wouldn't get any political information from ChatGPT, but there is zero excuse for being gaslit nowadays, other than being lazy and moderately retarded.
No, I think it's mostly lazy, which no, you're right. It is both.
Yep. I've been studying this. If I was going to get a doctorate, this would be my thesis.
That's it. That's your thesis.
People
lazy retards.
Lazy retards. Wow.
Well, I figured the title was lackluster, so I had it like custom calligraphy done to fancy it up a bit.
Yeah, Grassley blot.
A lot of swoops.
Grassley blot.
Hey, Grassley, you're used to working a quill. Still got your rubber anti-smudge pad.
All right, Matt, who's your winner?
I don't know.
It was a hard week for finding a winner.
It was. I thought I had one, but you guys go for.
My winner is Dawn Power Spray.
Dawn Power Spray.
Not
Dawn,
only
like the kitchen soap.
Yes, the kitchen spray from Dawn. I love that shit. For not only did I accidentally, unintentionally cause a pond to form today, but I also spritzed heavily my pants with diesel fuel this morning, and then I spilled used motor oil on my pants at the end of the day. So I came home and I gave him a heavy spritz of Dawn Power Spray, and I'm pretty sure those stains are coming out. That shit is awesome.
Who's Don? Why is he spraying your pants?
He knows how to get the job done, Kevin. He knows how to get the job done.
Weird.
And I think the crotchal area is a little overly soiled, so let's make it heavy.
There you go. Dawn Power Spray.
Job done.
Good job,
Don.
That
tells you how bad it is when you're trying to think of a winner. I'm going to go with a dishwashing product.
Matt, did you?
I thought of one. Gina Carano. She was back in the day. She was probably the first mainstream women's MMA fighter. It was before UFC really or women took off in the UFC. She was the girl. She was hot and she could kick ass. And then she kind of got into movies. She lost a fight. Then she kind of got into movies and TV a bit. And then she got canceled by Disney for speaking her mind on something when it just should not have been canceled. But she got blacklisted. She kind of went down in a downward spiral. Gained a ton of weight.
Daily Wire.
Well, she did, but that didn't really get her anywhere. Granted, she honestly isn't the greatest actress in the world, but it didn't really get her anywhere. And she was still depressed on everything, and she kind of wanted to get back into Hollywood, but she was still blacklisted. She was suing Disney. She ended up settling with them. And then now she's going to be in a fight with Ronda Rousey. It's not going to be under UFC. Jake Paul actually is doing the fight with his MVP Productions. So it's going to be on Netflix. And it's finally going to be 15 years too late for the fight, in my opinion. But it's going to be Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey in May. And
So that's real?
That's real. She lost a ton of weight. She got into shape. She's been training. It's finally happening. People have been asking it
for Gina.
forever.
I am too. I'm going for
I'm
Gina.
back in Gina. Rousey's gotten a little bitchy lately, a little whiny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really happy. I've been a fan of hers for a while, so
yeah,
I'm really happy for her.
I bet you have.
Big old poster.
So, like, can we go on a date and have you seen Goldeneye?
Goldeneye, yes.
Yeah, that's
with Famke Janssen. Yep,
that's your fantasy with Gina Carano.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Kevin doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Nope.
Yes.
Let's just say thunder thighs, watermelon explosion.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome.
I mean, it can either be horrible. Matt knows what I'm talking about. It makes perfect
I know
sense.
what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's my favorite Bond villain.
You never seen a Goldeneye?
I don't think. I'm not a big James Bond fan, dude. I'm not a big James Bond fan, but I've seen it. I just been like since when it came out.
I don't think it was in the video
90s. No, the video game was awesome.
You pick her as a character,
not the original
and that's your
game.
kill move.
Not the original.
That would be awesome. You get the golden gun and probably some watermelon smash.
Golden groin.
I mean, I can picture what you're talking about. So
yeah,
I've got an imagination.
Just look up Xenia on the top.
Well, imagine what's going through your head. I think that that could be a good fight, and I'm glad she's doing it.
Yeah.
I liked her in Deadpool. I'm not going to lie. I had no idea who the hell she was until she was in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's done a couple other movies, and then she was in The Mandalorian the first couple of seasons.
She did a good job of that.
Yeah.
She was supposed to get her own show. Like they had everything mapped out for her, and then that happened.
Posted a post or something.
She made a post, and then she did the beep bop boop for pronouns. Everybody, including Disney, was telling her she needs to put pronouns on her Twitter thing or whatever, and she was like, "Okay, beep bop boop," and she got shit for that. And then she was basically comparing how people that were anti-vax and kind of compared that with people of the Holocaust, but it was interesting. Or Germany.
Well, I mean, people were ratting out their neighbors for going to the park and
people, and I may or may not have.
These are the same
out.
anti-fascist.
Well, no, I pointed it out how like they're. I did it as an example when someone's like, Trump's the worst president in history. There, I said it, and my comment was, I don't know. Locking up Japanese Americans in internment camps for nothing more than their Japanese descent was pretty messed up. But the left also wanted to lock up the unvaxxed during COVID, so that might be their jam.
That's a pretty good comment.
But I did it under the podcast page, And for whatever people do not
intimidated.
I'm back to it.
Oh, and just look,
we're a huge social media influence.
It's not really a reminder, but just a statement to our Rumble viewers. For whatever reason, on my end, it seems to freeze a lot. So if it freezes, just refresh the browser. Rumble needs to do better.
Or go to X.
I want to promote the Rumble channel, but I mean, X never freezes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think if we get 1,000 followers on X, it might actually mean something. I don't know.
X.
We'll get the blue check.
It's at the Lost Common on X.
Oh, we got the blue check.
Oh, you got the blue check.
Yeah, we got the blue check.
We fancy.
I literally just did that so we could talk crap to celebrities, and apparently they see our comments or something.
Yeah. They're more likely to see your comment if it's like a lot of people are filtered to where they don't see the regs.
But the blue check marks, you're like, hey, you garbage.
Yeah, we're the elitist. My winner is me because I will be joining my buddy next week in Texas for the show. So
nice.
I'm excited about that.
Gonna have to set up Texas studio.
Yeah.
For more than one person. Because it'll be awkward if you're like right here.
Yeah, there would be a little.
Come on, buddy.
Just right next to one microphone. I mean, that's how we did it, though. I mean, we were just set the microphone between us, and
but see, with this new platform, we have multiple cameras. So
yes, we do. So it'll be
super fancy.
It'll be fun. So that'll be a good time. So I guess that's all we have for winners and losers. So let's go to Trump Truth.
Trump Truth.
What I say is what I say.
So
hold on.
Wait a minute. Where am I?
I think I did a screen share the last time.
It's not yours.
All right. Good, because good. I wasn't ready anyways because I had to pull up the picture. So my Trump truth is we are going to have the Save America Act one way or the other. After approval by Congress through the very proper use of filibuster, or at a minimum by talking filibuster, a la Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Save America Act, all voters must show voter ID identification. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. No mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. And that was my Trump truth.
What I say is what I say.
I really hope the Save America Act goes through, though.
It needs to, or people. I mean, I don't know. It pisses me off because Republicans don't do shit. They're a bunch of limp dip. The ones in Washington right now are limp dick jerk offs, and they deserve to lose their seat. But the problem is, and that's why I can't stand dipshits like Rand Paul and Massey, where, oh, well, I'm not going to vote for that because we can ballot the budget. Look, dipshit, when the Democrats are in power, which you always vote with, they move the needle. They cost more money. So sometimes I get it. We need to balance the budget. We need to cut back on spending. But all these morons aren't good on messaging, which is why I kept asking, like, we need to have some kind of PSA or whatever to explain to people all this debt and all this free shit that these guys are promising you are going to bury you, and you are going to be the ones that starve to death. If we ever collapse as a nation, you're the ones that are going to die because you have no usable skills. You can't take care of yourselves. That's just what, and if that happens, there's going to be a huge crackdown. So it's not like you're going to be able to do, crime and stuff like that. That's what's going to happen. So I don't know.
I think it'd be pretty good at crime.
It needs to pass. Republicans need to grow a spine and move the needle back instead of just being a freaking pause button.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just me.
That's the more you know. I didn't have the music up, so. Yeah, it might be a Mario Kart. I don't know. I don't know how to set up streaming for video games, so.
That would be cool.
I'm old.
That would win.
That'd be fun.
I only have Mario Kart on GameCube, so.
You have a GameCube still?
You have a GameCube.
Dude, I have a 64, a GameCube, the Fat Boy Gen 1 PS3, which I need to get a new disc reader for, and a PS5.
Yeah, PS3, PS4, PS5. I don't have any of my Nintendos anymore.
Oh, man, I'll get rid of that. I love Zelda.
I have one of those.
Which I stole from my buddy because he borrowed my moped and said I got stolen. And I know exactly what he did with it. And that was back when Zelda was like $75.
Glad you don't hold a grudge.
I 100% hold a grudge. I do not forget when I have been smitten.
All right. Well, now it's time for the best segment on the internet.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, at least the best intro.
Yeah, buddy.
Jerry, I can't wait either for your coming to Texas or us
Mario Kart. Let's do Matt's movie review of the week.
Brought to you by...
I churn butter and review movies, and I'm all out of butter.
Matt's churn butter, no butter's better.
It's still random.
We give him the title. He watches the movie. You get the opinion you never asked for. This is Matt's weekly movie review. I like movies.
This week's movie review of the week is going to be Crime 101, starring Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, Nick Nolte, and Monica Barbaro. Overall, it was good. It was an entertaining heist movie. It's not groundbreaking or anything. It's not redefining the genre. It's decent enough. It does keep you engaged, especially if you're in the mood for something that's kind of more slow burn action rather than full-on chaos the entire time. The action scenes are done really well. Nothing over the top, but clean, well-shot sequences. The tension during the heist, it works, and there are a few moments where you're generally kind of lean forward a bit and you're really into it. During the whole movie, I kind of kept going back to the accountant. It kind of had that kind of energy, and with Chris Hemsworth's character, he was extremely OCD and not like, I don't want to say a normal person, but he was just a little bit off, but he was still super smart when it came to what he needed to do during the heist and everything. You can tell it wants to keep that cool criminal mastermind feel like The Accountant and some of the other heist movies, but it never really fully commits to that tone. It keeps wanting to jump around to these random subplots that don't really go anywhere. And it just kind of sits somewhere between the character-driven crime thriller and a mainstream action flick. And sometimes you're just like, what's going on with this movie? Chris Hemsworth is really good in this movie. He's intense. He shows some charisma. It's not his normal kind of movie where he's just the big muscle guy with all this charisma. He's kind of dialed it back a little bit, and that was interesting to see. He did a good job with that. Monica Barbaro plays kind of a love interest a little bit. She did a really good job. Halle Berry always does good, so not worried about her. Mark Ruffalo plays this cop who's after Chris's character. He's not really well liked around the precinct. He's kind of thought about a weirdo who's obsessed with this one guy. So that's kind of different for him. So for me, like I said, with the subplots, they kind of sprinkle them in there. They introduce characters and then they don't really do anything. And then the bad guy in the movie is kind of just this weird dweeb who he can't keep on track with everything. And he goes over the top and just creates mess after mess. So it's kind of frustrating with the heist storyline a little bit, but the film does kind of get back to where it wants to go a little bit. So that was kind of nice to see. It's not a fast-paced movie, explosive heist. It's more deliberate. Might call it slow a little bit in some parts, but I liked it. Overall, it's a good movie. It's not amazing. It's just solid. It's not bad. It's not amazing. A solid movie. If you're looking for a good heist movie, some action, and a decent story, yeah, watch it. It's definitely worth watching. I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. It might be a little bit high, but I feel good about the 7. So yeah, that is my movie review of the week. we'll see you next week, cinephiles.
I like movies.
Dirty every time he says cinephiles.
Yes, because the cinema you watch is only legal in Taiwan.
Don't tell Matt that. He's
Indonesia.
gonna hate me. It's called Ginger Taiwanese Love.
Ironically, I was just thinking, I'm like, because I always wonder what, if I've already watched a movie, I always wonder what your rating is going to be. And I too gave it a 7.
Oh, nice.
The only thing that bothered me about that movie, one, the love interest, I feel showed many red flags of.
He did.
I think she did.
She did too, a little bit, but she was just kind of like, okay.
And the old man, that just totally dropped out of the plot.
That was I did not understand that.
I mean, I understand,
said, hey,
like,
I'm surprised Nick Nolte's in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But like, I feel like there needed to be more backstory, and then they never wrapped it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin the movie, but it was just kind of like, it's a plot drop, really.
It's just random. And it's like, okay, they just saw Nick Nolte sitting there, said, hey, you need to do something.
But it is a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like, I don't know if my viewing expectations have been dropped. And I almost feel like we could half-ass do like half an episode on that one movie I told you about, Iron Lung.
Oh.
But you had to see it in order to know what I'm talking about. But like, no, I thought that was a decent movie. Now there are probably some critics that'll rip it apart, but I feel like your movie reviews are based more on, I watched this movie, did it hold my attention, was I entertained?
Yeah.
That's what a movie review should be.
But I don't think a lot of them are. That's why I really don't really, since I watched that Critical Drinkers review on The Fall Guy. It's like, yeah, it's an okay movie to watch. I've watched that movie like 100 times.
That movie's awesome.
I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
And then I also liked Mercy.
I haven't seen that yet.
I feel like you should watch it. I personally liked it.
What's that? Oh, that's the one with Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, yep.
But like his critique was, oh yeah, like this is gonna happen and blah blah blah. I'm like, it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? When you're watching
dinosaurs are walking around.
People can't fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There really aren't dinosaurs.
So, man, I want you to do Friendship next week.
Friendship?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it on?
I don't. It's got Paul Rudd and
it's a movie.
Tim Robbins.
What streaming service or platform is it on?
HBO Max.
HBO Max, okay.
So I think it's called Friendship.
So what's it on? It's like a movie about friendship and like.
I watch Friends. I watch Friends all day.
No, not Friends. I think it's Friendship. It's got Paul Rudd in it, and
you both need to watch Iron Lung because I watched it.
What is that? That's in the theaters, right? I'm not going to the theaters.
Hey, Toy Story 5 trailer just came out.
What the hell do I want to pay like $20 for? I already paid enough in streaming services. I can wait till it gets on there.
No. There's something, Matt, you need to write another episode on an off guest week about the benefits of going to the theater.
Oh yeah, I'll do that all day. I'd like to run a theater.
There's like 3 weeks in a row where you were bitching, Josh, about people yelling and bringing
their
babies
No. I can't stand people
that sounds so
that
fun.
Bring an infant to a rated R horror film.
Yeah, that sounds so fun.
That's just bad. Now, that I will say that there's no way in hell that the movie theater should have let them in. Like, yeah I'm going to, you have a baby.
Not with a baby.
Yeah, right. Like, there was a toddler, and she was like literally, and they took him to Weapons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's stupid.
Oh no, the little girl was like screaming her head off and crying. I was like, "You are horrible parents."
Also, I just watched Weapons.
No, there's still like this. There's a reason why during the Great Depression, movies was one of the only industries that didn't lose money because it allows you
movies,
to check
prostitution, and bars.
Yeah, but all three of those allow you to check out and probably check into a medical facility to get a penicillin shot. But
unless you go to a weird movie theater,
hey, they don't clean those seats between every viewing.
I had to clean the seats like that. That was great. That was crazy.
What?
No.
Yeah, back in the day,
you don't even.
You were wiping down
would make the stain.
I'm here to wipe down the loads.
Yeah, it was bad. It was disgusting. I didn't want to do it. My boss was like, "Get in there and clean that movie theater."
There's so many popcorn bags with holes in the bottom.
I don't want to do it. And it was for Finding Neverland.
What? Yeah, that is horrendously inappropriate.
Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp.
What?
It was like the very.
Hey, you thinking what I'm thinking?
This story went from funny to a very depressing,
really
really quick.
Inappropriate.
So the movie. It was at the very tail end of its theater run. It had like maybe 2 days left, and nobody ever fucking went to this movie. And then all of a sudden, this group of teenage kids, or barely 20s, went in there, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then, yeah, they didn't watch the movie.
You know what you should have done? Stood at the exit at the end of the movie with a black light. Oh my god! Oh look, you're glowy.
That would have been good.
Jesus
That would have
Christ.
been funny.
Hey, have you ever noticed, and I don't know if they did this back in the day, but I kind of feel like theaters half-ass go through their trash to see what people are sneaking in, and then they start carrying it.
Why does that happen to you?
I'm not going to say
would
that
actually
I
be
sneak
okay.
things into a movie theater, but if I did,
What
I
would you
may-
have snuck in if you could?
Well, I sneak in red vines every time. I love red vines.
Red Man, Twizzlers.
No, Twizzlers are garbage. Red vines.
Do they sell red vines now?
No,
red
they don't.
Vines are
but they-
good for like the two red vines are good.
So
And, like,
have
the
I
third
told
one,
you
it tastes
guys?
like crap.
Have I told
I don't
you
know
guys
why.
my pizza story?
Why is my audio being all weird?
I don't know. Stop pointing out how crappy our show is. Have I told you my pizza stories?
No, I don't know. what
Okay,
kind of pizza
so when
it
I-
is.
Live right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I buy my movie tickets, I also get a pepperoni pizza, and I pre-order it, and popcorn. 3 times I have gone to where you pick up your order.
Give you the sausage.
No, they put the fucking
veggie?
pizza box in the bag sideways.
What?
3 times.
Why would you do that?
I don't understand the kind of just lack of common sense it
Horrible
takes for
person.
someone to be like, hey, it fits in the bag like this. So I promptly take it over there. I'm like, make me another one. I did it 3 times.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, people are dumb as hell.
That's like, and I even
Also-
saw the person making, I'm like, you're the one. You're the
I
dummy.
can make a pizza at home and not worry about that.
Well, they used to put,
You just did
because I
that.
get a medium popcorn and a pizza. So I have that pre-ordered. And then we go through the line to get nachos because you got to pick out, get the hot cheese sauce.
You gotta get hot cheese, yeah.
And if they put it, if they put it in the bag, it's not gonna be hot. So we always go through the line for that. And they used to put the bag with the popcorn in it on top of the pizza, which that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I started coming in and like, where's the pizza? And I looked down like, you're
Just
no,
shoved in the side.
this did not happen. Then it happened again, and then it happened again. And if it ever happens again, I'm throwing a total shit.
New ownership. New ownership.
It's the same.
No, it's
manager.
just probably a
Management.
new person doing it to where, they're
Yeah.
dumb as hell.
Well, after they had to make 3 pizzas, and I would have kept the old pizza too. But I'm like, no, I'm on a regular, non, all bunched up on the side of the box
All
pizza.
smashed and
I mean,
fucking-
just seriously, that's
it's like a
the
ball of
Utes.
cheese and
That's
pepperoni.
the up and
and
coming Utes.
it's a ball
That's
of
why I'm looking forward to our special guest is going to be coming on and talking about education because holy shit. I don't even know what you call it. Basic physics? Gravity.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Yeah. Common sense.
So yeah, that was my pizza story, and it's just so bad.
Yeah. All right. Well,
sad story.
I do have to work tomorrow, so I'm going to
Me too.
need to end the show. So, that's it. We're not talking anymore. So, I'm Kevin.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Matt.
And this was the lost art of common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Keep that vinyl spinning.
And remember, don't be boring. Be a pirate.
And keep on keeping on.
And never forget.
We're all in this together. Remember, kids, socialists are retarded. Oh, yeah! America! America! Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!